So, I figured I'd just give my thoughts on Ghost of Yotei off the cuff while playing a far superior game. So, in general, there's two stealth combat Japanese games that are widely considered the best of all time. One of them is Ghost of Tsushima, and the other one is Sekiro. Sekiro came first and kind of set the tone with the authenticity of everything, with the shinobi and the samurai and the samurai weapons and all that sort of thing, ninja tricks, all that sort of deal. Sekiro came first. It was brutally hard. It's a FromSoft game, so to be expected, I guess. Has brutal boss fights where single hits do massive damage to your life bar. As you can see, single hit there, fucking 60% of my health killed me one go. This isn't even New Game Plus or anything like that. So this came first, significantly harder than Ghost of Tsushima. But the thing about it is, all of the gameplay mechanics feel really good. Breaking of the posture, the proper deflection, the shinobi tools, the skills when you land them, like, it all feels good. The death blows feel awesome, the stealth death blows feel awesome, the whole thing is extremely satisfying, and when it works perfectly, it works perfectly. That being said, you can get absolutely fucking ganked in sections by bunches of fucking ninja cunts throwing ninja stars at you, and you can just get absolutely fucking brutalized, and you can then just decide you're gonna fucking hate the game for like a week. Like, that's all that can happen. But as a result of all that, the good and the bad, this is considered one of the two best Japanese combat stealth games ever made. The other is Ghost of Tsushima, which is far more accessible and stylish and all that sort of deal. But this one came first, so this one should get more credit. What did Assassin's Creed Shadows bring to the genre? In my opinion, fuck all. Fictional black samurai, DEI. It brought bullshit DEI to the setting, robbing it of its authenticity, attempting to wear it as a skin suit. I mean, okay, do you really want to, add that to the setting? Like, it's complete shit, right? And it had a lady shinobi as well. Like, if there were shinobi in that time, I would guess that most of it would stem from, them being information brokers, from being prostitutes and courtesans and that sort of deal. But no, pretty fictional woman shinobi fighting equally with men, so, just straight up DEI. My opinion, Assassin's Creed Shadows ripped off Sekiro and Ghost of Tsushima and tried to wear their skin as like a skin suit. I never played it, never will play it, never will give those developers my money, quite frankly. It's just kind of fucking disgusting. Like, they're just using it as a vessel for their fucking shit, inferior far left politics, and just robbing you of a potentially great experience, right? Like, even if it would have just imitated either Sekiro or Ghost of Tsushima, it would have been better. And all of that, so we've got like a progression, right? We've got Sekiro, one of the greatest of all time. Ghost of Tsushima, one of the greatest of all time. DEI, far leftist, saw that, decided to rip it off with Shadows. I think Shadows was moderately successful. I don't think it was like, blow out of the water or anything like that. And then you have the unfortunate Ghost of Yotei, which decided to go full clam route and just replace protagonists completely with a female. Just, all in on, you know, divisive far left feminist queer theory bullshit. Yeah, nah. Fuck off. Like, there's games where that can happen and that's fine. But to, you know, go from Sekiro, which is fucking the best of all time, from Sekiro you go to Ghost of Tsushima, which is like fucking easily one of the best of all time as well. Then you go to Shadows, which should have been your hint, like a weird fictional black samurai and then a woman shinobi. And then you go from that fucking far left bullshit vessel into Ghost of Yotei. And you're just kind of burning the IP of Ghost of Tsushima at that point, which is like pretty fucking disgusting because like Ghost of Tsushima is just such a great game. And it's just this pattern of far left fucking nonsense, sacrificing it all just for their fucking shit politics. Like, it's just fucking gross. Like, I guess it's kind of like Shogun as well. They just try to fucking interject, oh look, females can be effective in politics and all that sort of shit as well. Yeah, nah, not really. Like, unless it's like an emperor's fucking mother or something. Like, in their acting regent, they usually don't have any fucking political power at all. And like, no offense to women, that's usually because they can't heaps effectively defend themselves. And in those days, you know, let's just say if you're a woman in politics, you're relying very strongly on Christian ethics and Christian law to protect you against men, right? In ancient fucking Japanese times, you don't have a whole lot of that. There's a whole lot of rape. There's a whole lot of armies fucking killing peasants and fucking raping women. And a whole lot of friggin' ritual suicide. You don't have a whole lot of Christian ethics and common law and all that sort of shit to really protect you, let's be honest. So you're probably not going to have much of a footprint in the politics. But like, it just stems from this whole complete sacrifice of just anything authentic just for this far left shit politics, which, look, the majority of gamers I don't think really like, and it's just like you injecting your fucking politics into it at the cost of authenticity, and it's just kind of fucking gross, really. Like, like what the fuck are you doing? Like, and then you've got Ghost of Yotei, which comes out, and you've got all of the far left games journalists giving fucking false skin suit reviews to it, saying it's the fucking greatest of all time. Better than Ghost of Tsushima. No, there's no fucking way that that is better than Ghost of Tsushima. First of all, Ghost of Tsushima pretty much set the blueprint for that game. So at the very least, Ghost of Yotei should be extremely grateful to Ghost of Tsushima. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, how could it be better when it's ripping it off? It's going to be an imitation of it. And that's pretty much what I see it as. It's a DEI, far left, girl boss imitation of Ghost of Tsushima. And that's fucking it. And it just will not compare with either Sekiro or Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know what else like there is to say on that. But it just really goes to show the level of narcissism both in the far left wing of politics. Like, the far left wing of politics is overrepresented in terms of, you know, sociopathy, narcissism, dark traits. And like, that should be pretty obvious from, you know, Soviet Union, China, like, all of it typically emphasizes control, mostly at the cost of justice, because, you know, Soviet Union and China both starved to death fucking hundreds of millions of people, and yeah, fucking zero justice there, but all in the name of the state and the name of control for like the central narcissistic figures of Stalin and Mao. You get a lot of that on the left, just in terms of like games journalism and that sort of shit. Like, there's fucking no way it's good. Like, you have to have a pretty good reputation to be a games journalist these days as well. Like, IGN and all that sort of shit are kind of regarded as slop. And like, there's been a ton of instances on things like Metacritic where audience scores and critic scores have wildly diverged from one another by like upwards of 60% in some instances, but let's say on average at least 20%. That means you have weird activist far left critics lending false legitimacy to certain games and ideologies and developers, let's say. So if that's the case, and you've got bullshit far left activists and far left game journalists lending false credibility to bullshit games that, you know, sacrifice authenticity and quality in the name of, what would you say, left-wing politics, you're in a death spiral at that point. You're in a cultural death spiral. The games are going to continue at least being this far left bullshit, sacrificing authenticity for, you know, this far left fucking appeasement of women, of like girl bosses that like just simply didn't exist. This rewriting of cultural history. You're in a death spiral of that, and the quality and the authenticity of art is going to continue to suffer until that's called out. So look, I don't think anyone should fucking buy Ghost of Yotei, in my opinion. I think you should just fucking... You've probably forgotten entirely about Sekiro, right? That game fucking aged like fine wine. That game is still extremely good to this day. And it's a pretty, you know, harsh statement on game developers that it is still as good and as fun as when it was made. And it really was a trendsetter. Like, the same can be said of Ghost of Tsushima. I think you should fucking play that instead of giving the developers that have kind of, you know, rolled over and shown their belly to the fucking far left activists. I think maybe you should replay either Sekiro or Ghost of Tsushima rather than play Ghost of Yotei. Put it this way, you'll get more nostalgia out of a replay of Sekiro. You know it's good. You probably won't remember much about it from the last time you played it. And even then, like, it's got a bunch in it that you can, you know, experiment with. Like, the special moves and that sort of thing. Like the Ichimonji double and the Ashina cross and all that sort of thing. They're things you probably didn't focus a lot on in your first playthrough of Sekiro. You probably, you know, just relied mainly on the deflection system and maybe the mortal draw for some bosses. You probably didn't go through all the sugars, all the shinobi tools, all that sort of shit. There's probably... This game is that rich. There's probably game mechanics you completely neglected in your first playthrough of this game. There's probably skill paths and skill trees that you could take different routes on that will give you a different gameplay style. And it would be significantly more rewarding to replay this with experimentation than like play Ghost of Yotei and have some fucking dumb girl boss fucking bitch whose actor, you know, mocked Charlie Kirk's death So right there, you're talking about China levels far left communist activist, right? That's like fucking girl Mao going after her critics during the Cultural Revolution. Mao's like second in charge. Yeah, like, do you really want to give your money to something like that? Some like just fucking evil, wretched cunt trying to replay the worst fucking history through culture and art. Look, I don't think you do. Like, if you say you do, I don't believe you. Like, I think you should think about it. Put it that way. Like, and while you're thinking about it, just think about the trajectory of these things, right? Sekiro was from a time where we didn't have a whole lot of woke fucking nonsense and progressive politics going on. It is significantly better than most games made today. Like, by a significant margin, right? Just in terms of quality, everything. Quality, playability, like the satisfying nature of the game systems, the gameplay loop, like the exploration, the movement about the map. It's significantly better than the majority of games made these days. Significantly better. Like, there's still a good game every now and then, but let's face it, it's usually fucking, Black Ops 7 or something like that. Or like you're seeing now, like, it's just replaying Ghost of Tsushima, but with, you know, skin suited for far left liberal politics. You don't have a Sekiro 2, right? And the Ghost of Tsushima 2 you got, I'm willing to bet it's just going to be like a rehash of Ghost of Tsushima, but just with like a girl there. They might tweak some mechanics, but you can't really add a lot to that game. Like, that game was kind of perfect as it was. Which means you won't get anything new. You won't get another Sekiro, probably. You might get a fucking girl Sekiro in the future that fucking just wears Sekiro as a woman's suit. But you won't get another Sekiro. I don't think that's the route we should go. And, like, none of this is marketplace of free ideas either. All of it is controlled social engineering. It's like, it's not. The statements that would be made by having like a girl boss in fucking ancient Japan at the cost of, you know, all authenticity, accuracy, just the texture of the art. The statement made by that is a tired, rehashed, boring fucking statement. It's, oh, girls can do it too, which we've had literally since the fucking 60s. Especially in art. Like, I don't think we need to hear that statement again while we're, you know, dancing around the fucking burning pyre of Ghost of Tsushima. Now we have a girl boss, Jin Sakai. Yeah, it's just, ugh. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing with art? And all of this is from, you know, just the far left, progressive, Maoist era cultural revolution. That's the spirit behind this shit, by the way. It's not, our politics are new and experimental and we will progress towards them. No, it's thinking it's a boot crushing your face. That's what this is. It is cultural enforcement of far left politics. And look, I'm sure a bunch of fucking, you know, far left liberal progressives and women feminists are just gonna say, oh, incel, don't get sex. Yeah, whatever. Like, I don't really give a fuck. Women are fucking trash. What was it? They've aborted, like, 30 million babies since they started doing mass abortions in, like, the 60s globally. Like, it's like 30 times Mao's body count from, like, the Great Leap Forward and the Cultural Revolution. Like, women have killed that, but in babies. So, like, Why would I care about their judgment? Their judgment's clearly not the best. Particularly liberal women. Remember when liberal women were voting for Kamala Harris? Like, women are fucking trash, morally speaking. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, the conservative ones, the Christian ones, the Republican ones, they're all good. Like, Ann Coulter, she's fucking terrific. She's a bloody great thinker, and she's funny as fuck as well. But these fucking liberal ones, and it is the majority of women that are liberal, are just fucked in the head. Like, we're talking mass abortion. We're talking no understanding of constitutional rights, why we have constitutional rights. We're talking mass immigration, mass importing of third world Islamic cultures which fucking rape women and treat them like shit. We're talking about that sort of retarded suicidal policy, mostly coming from liberal women. Like, there's a reason why there's that meme that liberal women are destroying the free West at the moment. Like, I really couldn't give a fuck what they think about me. Like, they're the ones that are also Munchausen by proxy, mutilating their own fucking children, cutting off their genitals, giving them fucking depression and psychosis-inducing hormones. Like, completely extra either testosterone or estrogen. The estrogen can give you cancers or make you depressed. The testosterone can make you insanely angry. There has been more than one female to male school shooter now. Think about that fucking shit for a second. It was virtually unheard of women were shooting up fucking schools. It fucking never ever happened, right? Then you have women on testosterone from all this fucking trans ideology shit, which was, from John Money, who himself was very likely a pedo. All of this is fucking pseudoscience. Then what do you get? You get extremely confused, likely bullied women who cut their tits off, are completely deranged from hormone instability, on testosterone, so they're super aggressive. The main party that says don't do that to yourself is Christians, so then the Christians get targeted with their, testosterone wrath. And then, fucking voila, you've got your first female Christian school shooters ever seen in society. It's mainly liberal and feminist ideology that's created that. And, well, that and its coalition with the fucking LGBTQ, which is like a fucking communist conglomeration designed to destroy the Christian free West. And you've had that for the first time ever in society. And that's exactly the same ideology that is behind Ghost of Yotei, which is exactly why you should fucking boycott Ghost of Yotei. But hey, look, it's really not all that bad. There is more art created now that we could ever get through in a lifetime, to put it bluntly. And we're talking about great art, great literature. And, just in gaming, recently, Blood is getting re-released on the PS5. So, look, you've still got the old art, you've still got the old art getting re-released. Their destruction of the new isn't going to succeed, but why help it?